Florida GOP lawmakers are vowing to reevaluate Disney's privileges at its Orlando theme park over its opposition to Florida's parental rights and education bill, what critics have dubbed the Don't Say Gay bill. Joining us now to discuss is contributor for Deseret News, Bethany Mandel. Also with us, the founder and president of Proclaiming Justice to the Nations, Laurie Cardoza-Moore, alongside producer of the documentary Whose Children Are They?, Rebecca Friedrichs. Great to see you ladies here, and all of these ladies are moms. So let's ask them what they think about this. Bethany, we'll start with you. As we know, Disney, the company, has been very critical of Governor DeSantis' bill. Do you think it is problematic?
Bill itself?
The bill. Let's start with the bill.
I mean, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely not. It's ridiculous. I mean, they claim that it's the Don't Say Gay bill, but in reality, all it is saying you can't discuss age-inappropriate sexual topics with children ages kindergarten through third grade. Nothing is appropriate for that age range, and all it does is limit those conversations that should be happening in parents' homes to parents, instead of having teachers and school administrators take those conversations over. And we've seen countless times across the country, but also in Florida, when those conversations are hijacked by activist, radical, woke teachers and school administrators, children are harmed. And this is Governor DeSantis's way and the Florida legislature's way of protecting children and families.
Yeah, and it's just received so much backlash, perhaps even, Laurie, from some who have not read the bill in its entirety. The fact that there is a focus on that young age range. These are young students, kindergarten through third grade. And yet this criticism is coming in heavy.
Absolutely. And I just want to thank God for Governor DeSantis and also for other legislators, the Speaker of the House in Tennessee, Speaker Cameron Sexton, the mayor in San Francisco. It is outrageous that we are dealing with this. We don't send our children to the public school system in order to be indoctrinated with all of these different gender issues. We send our kids to be taught how to read, how to write, how to add and subtract. And with what Governor DeSantis is doing and the opposition, I just commend him. It's about time. They are responding. These leaders are responding to we the people who are fed up with what has happened during the corona. We saw what happened in San Francisco with the coronavirus and what these three school board members who were recently recalled, they were more interested in changing the names of the schools. They were more concerned about whether the kids were going to be, they weren't concerned about whether the kids were going to be educated, if they were going to be able to handle the trauma that they were enduring. So no, it is absolutely, thank God we are watching these leaders who are taking a stand.
Let me go to Rebecca on this. Rebecca, who is the best person to have those conversations with children if there are questions about sexuality or gender identity?
Well, I think the answer is obvious, right? It's the parents. It's never been the job of the public schools to discuss sexual orientation, gender identity, or any sexual topics, at my opinion, at any age. And I was a 28-year public school teacher. I taught kindergarten through fourth grade, and I'm a mother. I can tell you as a mother and a teacher, these topics are totally inappropriate. Our schools are out of their lane. As was already mentioned, our kids are supposed to be learning reading, writing, arithmetic, accurate history, and science in our schools, but our schools have been hijacked by a leftist propaganda machine. And thank God for leaders like Ron DeSantis who are pushing back against this. And I hope and pray that more people will stand up and say enough is enough, because truly, this is an attack on our republic. It's an attack on our liberties as well as our children. So we all need to stand together and end this nightmare and put parents back in authority again.
Let me just go to Bethany for final thoughts on this. Disney has come out. They're now saying they're eliminating gender pronouns when it comes to their parks. They're calling everyone dreamers and friends. And they're also working to incorporate more LGBTQ characters and racial minorities into upcoming films and programs that they're working on here. You know, Bethany, if you don't agree with the company, what's next for parents who might have previously enjoyed Disney movies with their kids?
Yeah, I mean, thank God there's so many alternatives out there. In the book sphere, another one of the projects that I'm working on is a children's book series called Heroes of Liberty. They're excellent books that, preach our values that parents don't have to pre-screen. And everything else that Disney does, it's not as if there are not other theme parks. There's Legoland, there's SeaWorld, just in Orlando alone. I'm researching my own family vacation, and we're changing our plans in May because of all of this. And as for the content, all of the media content that Disney puts out, the classics are still around. We can still watch Beauty and the Beast. We can still watch Aladdin. There's so much amazing content in the Disney Vault. And then there's so much amazing content other places as well. We don't need Disney. And I think that Disney thinks that they have this stronghold on the American psyche because we all grew up with it. But they're fully admitting times are changing, and American parents will change along with it. We are not beholden to a Disney for our entertainment content in any way, shape, or form.
All right, we'll be watching and waiting to see what happens next. Bethany, Laurie, and Rebecca, thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. We appreciate your time today.